Next, let's see what is the next letter. Okay, is O, mashallah. So what is O actually? O is on task behavior. Task behavior, make sure you check list our behavior, because as we can see, this O is very very important, parts of very important points that we have to take note as artisans, because bila kita tak perasan apa yang kita cakap, kita punya body language kat depan kamera tiba-tiba macam ni, macam tu kan. Or kadang-kadang parents see with the children, so they were like, apa ustazah tu buat, apa ustazah tu buat. So let's see apa tips yang Ustazah Zubaida dengan Ustazah Aida can give us, and we can keep it and use it for our learning, insyaAllah. Tafadhal Ustazah.
Okay, for the on-task behavior, right, this is where, you know, when we want to do our recording ataupun online session, we must prepare the pre, the during and the post. Okay, so this mesti, in anything that we do, mesti ada the pre, during and post. Okay, so when we want to engage our students online, okay, we must have all the, you know, all the preparation lah. Okay, once you have that, during tu is the important part where you go live with your students, where you go recording, okay, and after you want to play this record nanti later on kan. So that during execution tu, what exactly that you have to do, itu that yang the checklist that we have to abide and follow lah. Okay, so here are the tips. Okay, the first one is teaching and behavior. Okay, so Ustazah, teaching and behavior?
Yeah, okay. Teaching and behavior actually comes in pairs, okay. So because you know, as Ustazah, as teacher, right, you're not only being a teacher to them, you know, you are everything else, okay. Which means you're also the motivator, we are the doctor, we are the counselor,
you're the advisor.
Yeah, everything lah, everything in touch. So you need to be mentally prepared and physically and emotionally. So before your lesson commence, make sure you are healthy, you have eaten your breakfast or lunch. So when you go live with your students, you will be energetic. And then when students see you, they also feel energetic and happy. And then put on your, you know, your happy face, happy mask. If you cannot be happy, then pretend to be happy for the sake of your student. There's the work behind it. And also your behavior at your best, meaning don't come in like, you know, marah-marah ataupun muka masam, and then start terus tengok anak murid macam telan, okay. So these two must be carefully prepared lah, okay. And then meaning you yourself must be well prepared before you go for your lesson, in term of your everything, yeah, in package.
Yes, okay, especially asatiza yang going on live, this quite we must be tactful with our behavior, because when we cater to our younger students or younger learners, okay, we must be aware that their parents or guardian might be accompanying them. Alright, so whatever action, whatever you cakap, your action, your everything must be well monitored lah, well observed of yourself. Okay, and tadi Ustazah tadi ada cakap pasal marah-marah, and yes, this pernah terjadi where, you know, kalau kat online ni kan, macam we cannot control our student. Kadang-kadang ada budak-budak yang the students yang apa tu lompat sana lah, lompat sini lah, you know. Kalau dalam kelas senang lah nak tackle, tapi kalau kat online you macam feel distracted with one. Bayangkan kalau in that particular session ada 25 students and 2-3 yang, you know, the funny ones, and then you are too distracted about the funny students ni, and then the remaining will look at your behavior. So how do you manage that? Okay, so this is the part that you mesti tell yourself, okay, if I encounter this, okay, what is my action? Okay, are you going to ignore? How are you going to nasihat? Because everyone is, you know, everyone can be distracted by it, isn't it? Alright, so yeah, that's the on-task behavior yang you kena tackle. Okay, there are few feedbacks lah from students yang, Ustazah ni suka marah-marah lah, tak suka belajar. Okay, because of this distraction. So how are you going to convert that marah-marah into something, you know, that perhaps, you know, can solve the problem there, and then bring back the student to the lesson itself, right? That's teaching and behavior lah. Okay, you have to preempt. Okay, that one. The second part is the lesson format. Yes.
So this lesson format is actually more to what type of platforms are you going to use to deliver your lesson. Okay, are you just going to use PowerPoint slide, or is there any videos, or is there any interactive games, online games or poll or anything? Okay, so before you begin your lesson, you must take some time to prepare all this. Okay, so this preparation might take up to
Last time you say 18 hours
18 hours is, I think it's not enough. Okay, paling-paling 24 hours before. But you need to spend more than 5 hours to prepare the lesson. It's tiring, but it's worth it, insyaAllah.
Yes. Sometimes asatiza thought like, oh, the live session or the recording session is only 1 hour. We want to deliver only 1 hour, but actually that 1 hour is not the 1 hour.
Exactly.
Okay, the preparation, the content filling, the format, whether you want to use props. Okay, kalau for the kids especially, kalau ada macam hands-on activity. Okay, this hands-on activity I really suggest to asatiza yang ajar the young learners to actually dah siapkan sampel dulu before you ask them to do. Okay, sometimes like macam for example, oh, I want everybody to draw this, cut this and all that, but you tak pernah show sample, student pun clueless how to do. Alright, so make sure that hands-on activity, I advise many of the asatiza here to make yourself first, all the activity. Okay, then you show the sample, and then insyaAllah the student will follow. Alright, same goes to the lesson delivery. You have to prepare the planning, then lesson content. You must understand all the lesson content, and lastly is developing engaging lessons. Okay, because as we know that some people say that the online ataupun the recording live show and everything ni semua tak ada audience kan, jadi it might be dry, because kalau you yourself make yourself dry, okay, then the lesson won't be so engaging. Okay, so you want to add up?
And also this one also very important. Okay, since you want to deliver online, you cannot refer to the same screen to find your lesson plan. Okay, so what must you do? You write down or you type separately and you print out. So you have that one to-do list. After opening remarks is what and what and what and what until the end. That list is important for you to know that everything that you plan to deliver will go as planned.
Yes.
And nothing is left out.
That is more likely like macam kalau the physical class, it called classroom management.
Yes, correct.
But since belum ada ni kan musim circuit breaker ni, so it called online management, classroom online management lah. So you must have the checklist, okay, your on task behavior, so it will have the good opening and the ending pun insyaAllah effective. That's how we actually have to plan now.
Yes, adding on to that also, if you have more than 20 students that joining you for live session, it's important that you have their names written, and then you give like two turns or 3 turns each. So once they have spoken, they have responded to you, you tick their name. So this way you will, every student will get their share in responding to you online.
Yes, that's very good tips. Okay, that's how we observe our students. Jadi semuanya got the chance to participate. Okay, we not like macam ketepikan satu orang tu kan. Okay, so that's the tips for on task behavior.
Masya Allah Asatiza. See, Ustazah Mariam just now said the on-task behavior is very, very important. On top of that, right, besides Ustazah Aida is very, orang cakap, specialist dalam bahagian teens, youth and adil punya student. But for the kids, kadang-kadang ada yang tanya, alah for the kids macam mana kita nak control? First, kalau kita dekat dalam class management, kita selalu bila masuk kelas, kita ada class rule, betul? We can do the same thing to the kids, ada classroom online punya rules juga. Sebab diorang akan tahu, before start, diorang akan kena stay dekat situ duduk, tangan tak boleh gatal, nak pegang button-button. Kita bilang diorang what are the classroom online. So the parents also know. So the parents will help you insyaAllah. So for the kids, kalau ada tiba-tiba kena buat, do any online yang kita cakap secara live, insyaAllah itu membantu sangat kalau ada classroom rule online. So kita tahu hands dekat meja, kaki dekat bawah kan. Make sure your leg kat situ je, tak boleh gerak mana-mana. Eyes focus, all that. So insyaAllah all your effort, insyaAllah kita punya cara kita mengajar semua akan smooth insyaAllah.